Yeah, that was me. It's such a tough place to be, feeling completely stuck, just watching the world move on without you. It literally felt like every single door was locked and I just didn't have a key. And this was my starting capital. We're not talking about $100 or even 10. We're talking zero, a big, round, intimidating nothing. This was the number I had to work with. And honestly, it felt like an impossible climb. But fast forward to today, and my portfolio actually works for me, even while I'm sleeping. In this explainer, I'm going to show you exactly how I went from that zero to where I am now. And the best part? This journey isn't some kind of magic trick. It's repeatable. Okay, so before we even get into the tactics or the money, we have to talk about the single biggest hurdle you're going to face. And trust me, it's not in your bank account, it's right between your ears.
So check this out. This is the transformation that changed everything for me. My old mindset, the one on the left, that was a prison. I truly believed investing was some exclusive club, and I just felt scared and totally overwhelmed. The shift to the mindset on the right, well, that was my breakthrough. I realized it's not about being rich, it's about being consistent. And that knowledge is the only capital you actually need to start.
So you're probably asking, how did I make that shift? Well, it all started when I completely reframed what the word investment actually means. This right here was my turning point. And here it is, the big idea. It is a complete myth that you need cash to start investing. Your first, most valuable asset is your attention and your daily routine. So forget about the stock market for a second and let's focus on your personal market. And this is where it gets really tangible. Your first investment isn't a stock, it's a habit. The simple act of just carving out time every single day to understand the language of money is absolutely priceless, and it doesn't cost a penny. And look, here's how simple it can be. This was my very first investment. It wasn't $100 in some hot tech stock. It was 10 minutes a day put into my own brain. Every single day. It felt so small at first, but this is where the real compounding began. Now, let's talk about how this starts to build. Once I had that little foundation of knowledge, I felt ready to take action, even with zero capital. This is where you can turn learning into actual practical experience. These were my 4 pillars for getting started with nothing. First up, I used paper trading apps. Think of these like a flight simulator for investing. They give you a bunch of fake money, like $100,000, and let you buy and sell real stocks at real prices. You get all the practical experience with zero financial risk. It's a game changer. Second, I started with micro-investing platforms. These are apps that let you invest tiny amounts, sometimes just the spare change from your coffee purchase. It makes investing automatic and way less intimidating. Third, I used cashback and affiliate programs. By using certain browser extensions or apps when I shopped online, I'd earn small commissions or cash rewards, and I put every single cent of that directly into my investment account. Finally, and this was key, I started building new small income streams. A little freelance writing, selling things I didn't need. I treated every dollar from this as investment-only money. It was totally off limits for anything else. And I will never ever forget it. The first time I scraped together just $10 from a freelance gig and actually invested it, oh, the feeling was electric. It wasn't about the amount, not at all. It was about the proof that I could do it, that I had broken through that barrier and I was finally in the game. That feeling was worth more than any stock return.
So, over the next few years, my portfolio did start to grow. But the number in the account wasn't the most valuable thing I was gaining. The real growth, the real profit, was happening somewhere else entirely.
These are the hard-won truths I learned along the way. Starting now, even with just $1, is infinitely better than waiting for 1,000. Understanding the why behind an investment is so much more important than just chasing trends. And above all, your mindset, your discipline, and your willingness to learn, those are the assets that will generate all your other assets. And this is the most profound lesson of all. We all hear about compound interest, making your money grow, but the daily habit of learning, saving, and investing, that compounds you. It builds your discipline, your patience, your confidence. The financial growth is really just a happy byproduct of your own personal growth. So I'll just leave you with this question. Forget about money for a moment. What 10-minute habit can you start today? What new knowledge can you gain? If I could start from absolute zero, what's really stopping you from making that first, most important investment in yourself?